man. Vision's not helping out, is it?
No, it is.
Yeah,
It
we're
is.
on.
Yeah.
We're on.
Sweet. We good?
Yeah, take it
Hold
away,
that
babe.
near your face. You good?
Yeah, I'm sweet.
All right.
Professional.
Yeah, so professional. All right. Guys, thanks so much for hanging out with us.
Thank you for having us. Yeah, we're stoked.
This has been a very, very long time coming because the last few shows you guys played pre-lockdown, we both missed out. So this is a really exciting thing to finally, like, after, I don't know, the channel's almost 2 years old now, to finally get to hang out and watch you guys live again.
Amazing.
It's your new experience for us, but it's exciting.
It is.
Yeah, it must be stoked to get back on stage finally.
Yeah, absolutely. It's been so long for us. Like, literally, I mean, we played a festival about, how long ago was it?
Full Tilt,
Yeah, Full Tilt.
April. It was April.
So what's that, maths? I'm no good.
Oh, quick maths. Come on, Johnny.
Oh, wait, what month is it now?
4 months.
Well,
4 months.
Okay, so
cool.
4 months ago, before that,
February.
we hadn't played in over 3 years. So yeah, this is absolutely wild. It's like, yeah, I'm having to pinch myself on stage. It feels incredible, but it's very cool. We're stoked.
It's also, I mean, great timing. Obviously, this is straight off the back of releasing the new single.
Yeah.
You guys got to play that last night. What was the response?
It went down really well, I thought. Yeah, did you?
It was insane.
Yeah.
Yeah. Obviously, I'm brand new to the band, so my first show, and a big step up in terms of just the experience, like room size, crowd size, professionalism, just everything. So I wasn't really prepared for the response that we got.
Cool.
And the energy was just insane. I couldn't really hear myself because the crowd was screaming so loud, singing so loud. It was pretty surreal, actually.
It's a good problem to have. You'd rather have that than
Yeah,
Jane like crickets.
Yeah, you could just hear a pin drop.
Yeah, I don't know what I expected to happen, but that wasn't it. And I was like, that's just insane.
I feel like the comments
Yeah.
we've seen online have been overwhelmingly positive, based off the first video, which must be nice to see. Obviously, like
For the song Doom Switch.
Yeah. I mean, introducing new memory is always gonna be like a scary thing, but
Yeah, we were terrified, man. But yeah, I think this is probably the best response we've ever received for a song, which is
Sick.
amazing. You know, we're stoked. We couldn't be happier with how it's gone.
you're trending on YouTube. That's fucking
that.
sick.
I saw
That's
that.
such a
You guys are cool.
Yeah, so trendy.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's what I meant. You're so trendy on YouTube.
Trendy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Always get that one wrong.
Yeah, I think we yesterday we were 14 on trending or something,
so
and then
good.
today we're like I don't know 18 or 17. So, yeah, very exciting stuff.
The last album came at an interesting time for you guys.
Yeah.
How was it with the band, sort of that happening, not really getting to tour it, you know, as much as you would have liked, especially with the success of it, because like as we saw, you know, through the channel, it was so popular, and then obviously, you know, being away for so long, and then a lineup changes comes into it. Was there a little bit of fear getting back out here live, and you know, like expectation of crowd response and crowds turning up and?
Yeah, definitely. You know, we were a little fearful that the tour wasn't going to go well. We were also very, you know, fearful, I think, of our just individual performances. We were kind of like doing a lot of touring before the pandemic and everything, and we were a pretty well-oiled machine, I thought. You know, it was pretty seamless, like getting ready for shows and all the prep and everything, and very organised and everything. And yeah, it was just really unfortunate timing with the album coming out, and then there was, because of COVID, there was like delays with the physical printings of like the CDs and vinyls. So it was like a staggered release where the physicals came out like 2 weeks after digital sales, and a lot of industry people still go off like first week sales. So obviously that impacted that quite a lot.
Which, get to the fucking future, guys. It's all digital.
Yeah, so that was, but definitely, I mean, yeah, we were very nervous booking this tour, and just even Full Tilt when we played that, but yeah, especially this tour, the headliner tour, you know, it's us that are bringing the people, that are selling the tickets, so a lot of pressure, but, you know, we're very, it's such a burden relieved, I think.
Full sold out tour too.
Yeah,
That's epic.
On pre-sales, we're stoked, so yeah.
That's awesome. That there should be your indication, being like, okay, cool, we're doing something okay. After that long, you've got that sort of like demand to come back.
Yeah.
What was it? You're not based in Perth, are you?
I'm in Melbourne.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
you don't get to answer this question.
Yeah.
But what was it like? You were just stuck on the other side of the country for so long.
Yeah, it was quite disheartening because we were seeing East Coast bands, and even in the States, like they opened up touring, probably a good year and a half before we were able to actually do anything, at least for the States. And then for the East Coast, they opened up maybe 6 months before us or something like that. But I was just seeing all these bands able to do stuff and just carry on as normal, and we just felt really boxed in and not able to do anything. And they came, and that on top of lineup changes and stuff, it was definitely like a pretty. We had a lot of chats between ourselves amongst the members, and I think it was like a pretty dark time for the band, if I'm going to be honest. But it's amazing to be able to look back on it and go, we actually pulled it together, and we're doing it now. It feels amazing. So we're very grateful to be where we are now.
Hell yeah.
So you can answer this one.
Okay.
Let's get real. Let's talk honest. How did this happen? Who slipped into whose DMs?
It'd be interesting to hear your perspective on how it happened, because my story is quite funny, how it all came about. Like, interesting hearing Sean say he was in Perth with half of the band, but I actually live around the corner from Nick. So Nick and I became friends during lockdown. We actually went for a couple of runs. We were like...
Look at you getting out.
I
Yeah,
know,
I
it was
love
really
that.
funny because we were in the 5K bubble, so Melbourne had this brutal lockdown, 5K bubble, and we're a couple of streets away. So we just became friends during that time. And we were going for runs, and we had this really strange energy where we'd be like, let's fucking go. I don't know why, we just shared this like very strange drive for wanting to achieve something. We couldn't really do much, so we were like going for crazy runs and things like that. And then when it was really interesting. But we just had this really interesting energy, like there was a click there, and we both knew that. We were like, this is weird, we're both very similar. So we sort of stayed friends and just carried on and had a lot of conversations about where our respective bands were at the time. But interesting that Sean says, talking about having to pull out of festivals and things because the other half of the band were in Perth. Nick and I used to joke that I could fill in. I think we floated it by the band once that we could make them suffer. Just Nick and I and then masked members for night and day festivals.
Yeah.
So I've always been floating around, but there was never an intention of I should join the band. I had my own band, obviously not the same caliber or anything like that, but it just never really was something anyone thought of. But in my experience, I kept bumping into Nick in really bizarre situations.
It's meant to be.
Yeah, that's
it was
fate
a
right
little
there.
bit like fate. And I had a conversation with him once saying, my band is coming to an end and what am I going to do? I felt very hopeless. And something must have clicked in his mind to think, maybe.
Well, we'd been talking with a few different keyboardists, and we were just kind of like, we're not really sure where we kind of stand on it. And then we were like, what are we going to do? Freaking out about just the band in general. And then Nick called us all individually, and he called me and he was just like, all right, man, you're going to think this is totally crazy, and prefaced it with this huge, trying to prepare me for the weirdest scenario of all time.
I know giraffe.
Yeah. And then he...
He's really great at keys. It's wild, man. We're only going to be able to play in super tall venues, but it'll be sick.
And I was like, oh no, where's this going? And he's like, Alex Reid. And I was like, yeah. I'll just lead with that.
Yeah, but where's the crazy part?
Yeah.
Well, she runs like this the whole time. So, has it, because your vocal style, like you've brought a new dynamic to the band. How's that kind of, those conversations about what comes forwards? Because there is a new energy. Like when we both found out you were in the band, we're like, oh, like there's dual heavies that can be here. Like that's such an exciting thing. For you guys, does that open up new territories? And is that like...
I, for one, am relieved. I need a breather. I'm old. Oh, God.
Yeah, you get to do half of the screaming now.
I know. I cannot wait, honestly. It's been a tough slog. But no, it's very cool. And I think a lot of the parts that... I'm really excited about it because I think a lot of the parts that I write, for whatever reason, just kind of like lean into that. A lot of the like vocal phrasing and stuff, for whatever reason, sounds like it should have two vocalists, and I've always tried to get the other guys to do it, but then it kind of sounds a bit funny or whatever. and it actually sounds awesome with you. So we're
I
stoked.
think we blend quite well, which I was surprised about because I do have a different style, especially because you're such an epic screamer. Putting a second screamer on top of someone who's an epic screamer, I don't think that would work in a lot of scenarios. So it's quite strange that something about our vocal styles seem to work together, which is really nice.
Yeah, they do complement really well,
but
particularly in your single.
Certainly didn't come in with the expectation of doing any screams actually. So in my mind, I was like, awesome. I feel like there's a really well-defined role for the female vocals, the keys, and in my mind, it was like I just want to honour that. Make and take that on because I'm a long-term fan of MTS anyway. So for me, it was like awesome. Just gonna step in, and then Sean was like, "Here."
No,
bitch. I was like, "Oh,
take over."
Yeah, and I was like, "Oh, really? That's yeah." So I'm pretty. It's a bit of an honour, to be honest, Sean, to do some vocals beside you in the harsh variety.
See, like I was,
awesome,
that's like one of the things I was saying to Nath when we found out, because like obviously as I was saying, we were with the guys from Error, and you were in the room. We were like, sort of eavesdropping, going, "Wait, I know who that
I
is.
think
Is
they
she?"
said it,
is
didn't
she?
they?
Yeah, exactly. I won't name drop who
We
actually
were messing
dropped.
with Jesse Cash because he didn't know,
Oh,
and I was hanging around heaps of shows, and he was like, "Why is this girl here?" And then I go,
She's so clean.
and then I go, "Jesse, I play guitar in MTS," and he's like, he thought I was fucking with him, and then I showed him a picture, and he was like, "What?" It was very good.
That does bring me the next day watching Keita.
Yeah.
My little heart. I got so in the video, I was like, that looks like the Keita laying down.
I remember seeing your reaction.
It was a genuine moment of like joy for me. That's such a cool thing. I love it.
Yeah, it does. It's another thing that brings a new energy, and it's like what I was saying before. Sorry, like I said to Nath, I said, not to discredit, Booker or anything like that. Obviously, as a great member of the band, but knowing, the band that you were from, and I saw you. The only time I've actually been able to see that band was at Unify a few years back. I think you guys were like second or third on the bill. Yeah. But knowing,
That would have been rough.
No, but like I said to Nath, I said this is going to be completely different because you've got someone stepping into the role who can not only do that job, but is also a front person and has that that energy and that commanding role, and you're not shy. You can be there and you can be a personality if needed, you know what I mean, if it's going to suit the music. So, and I'm so keen to watch it tonight, but seeing the Doom Switch clip, it's evident that, you've taken this role on, and it must be nice to have that extra element as well.
Yes, once again, more burden alleviated for me. I'm stoked
They're about
about
to
it.
announce another 3 vocalists. And it'll be so chill going forward.
It's just going to be like sitting on the side directing.
That's like
Wearing
being in manager role.
sunglasses,
You gradually step up as direct. So it'll be fine.
It's cool while she sleeps. Or was it Gojira that do a lot of vocals as well? I know while she sleeps, they all do a lot of vocals, so we can get the circle breakdown happening. But this time we'll all do vocals.
That'd be cool. Yeah.
Oh, nice. You just need the other boys to
Break
step
down a
up.
Nick's been doing a few vocals through the talkback mic. I think he's
shit.
getting it down. So
Just eventually have full gang vocals going on. Although from what I hear last night, you had the crowd singing for you, so that's...
Yes. Also a relief, but no. That was insane. Because it's our first time playing the songs from How to Survive a Funeral as well. And
which is just wild when you think about how they haven't been out for 2 years.
Yeah, well, we kind of couldn't really pull the pieces together to play it for Full Tilt, just because we were down a keyboardist and everything, and it was just we were like sort of estranged from one another and didn't have much time to practice. So this is our first time playing those songs, and there are sing-along moments, and it never kind of really hit me that that's going to translate to live, and people are going to be singing at you, because we've never really been that kind of band, a big sing-along band, but now we have sing-along moments, and it's awesome. We're stoked.
Yeah. I think the cool thing as well, judging off the internet, the interwebs, is that you haven't lost those OG fans. That seems to be something that a lot of bands kind of fall into when they divert from their original sound. You can get those OG metalcore gatekeepers. I haven't seen too much of that. It seems to be overwhelmingly positive, which is such a fucking rad thing to see.
Yeah, it's wild. It warms my heart whenever I see someone say been listening to this band for 12 years and still love them. And it's good on you, man. That's so we have such dedicated fans, and we're so appreciative. It's insane.
That's sick.
So what's on the horizon? What do we got? What's coming up?
Well, we got the US tour coming up.
Nice.
And then we're going to be buckling down into creative mode. and I won't elaborate more on that. But yeah,
You're laughing nervously as if to say, you remember how he said he's not doing any of the work anymore? He was being serious.
What is he going to put me through in the studio? I don't know.
We did not
be buckling down into create. No, I'm kidding.
You just be on the couch with a beer.
Yeah.
It's fine, keep going.
Another take.
Yeah.
One more take.
Yeah.
So we like to finish things up. We won't take up too much more time because there will be more noise go in the background. But Johnny loves a good would you rather. And now we've got the duo here, so you get two perspectives sometimes.
Yeah, we've realised that this is the actual things that people want to know. They don't actually care about the band and their music. They just want to know what dumb shit they think about certain things. So we're going to start with a classic. You got to listen to one of these songs once a day, every day for the rest of your life. It's going to be your alarm.
Yeah, it's your wake-up alarm.
Yeah, it's your wake-up alarm.
Okay.
Yeah, so we've got Nickelback Photograph or Creed with Arms Wide Open.
Nickelback.
With arms wide open, easy.
Oh!
Split them instantly.
Shit! Trouble in
We
Paradise.
both knew instantly what, yeah.
With arms wide open has beautiful lyrics.
Okay.
It's a song. He's talking about how much of a beautiful life his newborn
really
son
trying to
is
sell
going
it,
to
yeah.
have, and
Yeah,
that he should
yeah.
embrace the world with arms wide open. I think it's a wonderful message.
Here's a beautiful message.
Yeah,
I
but
respect
look
it.
at this scratch.
Yeah.
Look at me.
Yeah, can you meme it?
Excellent meme. Yes, yes.
Yeah.
All right, I had the flip side of this one. That is same question, but with Smash Mouth All Star or Chumbawamba Tub Thumper.
I don't know the second song.
Johnny, take it away.
I get knocked down.
Oh, yes,
but I
yes.
get up again.
Without question, that one every
And
time.
what was the other one?
All Star by Smash Mouth.
All star.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. You can't
It is,
beat that
it's
song.
Such piss in the night.
Oh, there we go.
That one, yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
We're getting Alex from taking over for you from now on as well.
Yeah.
Every time we do this.
100%.
Okay, that one. Yeah, that's awesome. That's a fucking banger. Yeah.
Also, though, we've never spoken about this. Did you ever see the dude? I think his name was John someone. He would start covering a song, and then like he played on acoustic or keys or something, but then he would just automatically start singing All Star over it.
He's a bigger guy.
Yeah.
I did say that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
whatever happened to that
knows,
guy?
yeah,
I
yeah.
love that
There's
guy.
only so far you can take that. I feel like All Star every day.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Even when it's being covered, I can't handle that much more.
All right, let's get nerdy up in this bitch. Marvel or Star Wars, and who would you be?
Star Wars.
Star Wars. Probably Yoda. Yoda's pretty sweet.
Oh,
You're the first person to say Yoda, and I
Very
love
wise
that.
too.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, indeed.
Oh shit, what's the girl? The new Jedi.
Ray.
Oh,
Ray.
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 Yeah.
She's a
Fair
legend.
enough.
Yeah, be Ray.
She's a legend.
Also the first Ray. You guys have really
Yeah?
stepped this one up.
Really?
Well done.
Yeah.
Okay, what does everyone say? Like Princess Leia or
No.
Skywalker, Darth Vader?
We've had a lot of Jar Jar Binks.
He's a Jar Jar Binks.
Yes.
Or Boba Fett.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Who was
Yeah.
Boba Fett?
Boba Fett is cool. Like he's
Yeah.
definitely one of the cooler
Boba Fett is cool.
characters. Jar Jar Binks is just a meme. But
Yep.
Yeah, I think that might have been Dan from Barry Tomorrow went with Boba Fett, which I love.
Yeah.
I'm all about that.
Yeah, for sure.
Yoda?
Pretty
You gotta
tough.
talk like Yoda for the rest of the night, John.
Oh.
You gotta say, you have to do a big call.
No.
Right?
Yes.
Watch
She
it.
will.
Alright, it's happening.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Love it.
I was coming to this circle thing opening up from that. So
Please
good.
do it. Oh, don't. Oh, I won't be able to continue. I will
Just
decease.
walks off stage.
Yeah, no, don't.
I'll just be like filming. That was for us. All right. What do you got next?
I'm going to continue with the nerdy stuff, and I want to go with the who wins in a fight, Dumbledore or Gandalf.
Probs Gandalf for me, just because I'm a massive Lord of the Rings fan and kind of medium on Harry Potter. Yeah.
Yeah. I have to say Gandalf. He fought the Balrog, like Dumbledore.
Yep.
Took one for the team, but I have
Dumbledore
I don't
beat
re-
fucking Grindelwald.
But
I'm a Harry Potter
I haven't
nerd
really
over here.
seen him battle it out though.
Okay.
See, my thing is like I know they've both got the wizard powers and shit,
Yeah.
but Gandalf with a sword still rocks the shit, man. He'll chop through some orcs like
Yeah.
hot butter.
Have you
Like hot
either of you
butter.
watched the new Lord of the Rings series on
Couple of
Amazon?
episodes.
What are your
No.
thoughts?
First two,
Yep.
mind blowing.
Yeah.
Thinking this is amazing, and then it got to, I think the third episode where they started introducing Galadriel, like that guy go to the new land, and
Yeah.
and then it lost me.
I knew we were going to be friends. I'm the exact
Yeah,
same.
you
I was
feel
like,
the
this
same?
fucking
Yeah,
thing,
yeah.
it's so epic. They spent
Yeah.
so much money on it.
Yeah.
And then it was just kind of convoluted, and I was
Yeah.
like, I can't keep
I
up
feel
with
like it's
this.
taking the Game of Thrones route where it keeps introducing these incredible baits of
Yeah,
like
okay.
this storyline, this,
Yeah.
and then you never get closure on anything.
Yeah, fully.
It's like, where is
see,
it
now
going?
that's got me worried because I'm up to
Yeah.
episode 3. I think
Oh,
that was the last one I
enjoy.
watched.
Maybe it'll all come together in a big
Yeah.
crescendo
Well,
at
that's
the
what
end.
everyone
The
said
problem with
Game of
that
Thrones
is-
for like 10 seasons and it never happens. So
Yeah.
Fully.
I'm
I worry
scared
about
that's-
getting like
yeah.
8 episodes in and being like, why am I watching this
Yeah.
now?
Yeah, fair enough. Okay. We're going to finish with the hard one.
Okay.
Yeah, 100%.
All right, cool. So, you got to go on stage tonight, all right?
That's the hard part.
Actually,
That
no.
is the hard one.
First show with the band,
Yeah.
first show back, okay? Nice and dry. You've got to go on stage, starting the set with either cold, wet socks or cold, wet underwear. What do you choose?
Yeah, which do you put on before you walk on
Yeah, you
stage?
got to put it on to get on. Yeah,
That's tough.
yeah.
I only get cold wet socks because I sometimes have to put cold wet socks on. Like, it's absolutely random if I've had to put some on before.
Probably cold wet underwear for me because they're gonna get drenched in sweat anyway, and I hate having pruny feet.
No, but
They hurt after a while. Like
I feel like everyone's just having wet feet. I don't know.
I'm with you. I'm
I'm scared
100%
about
team
what to
socks.
say next.
No, I'm team
yeah.
undies.
That's
All the
why
way.
you guys can make a great pairing because you both have opposite ends of the spectrum.
Yeah.
But
dynamics.
that is the word we like.
So in one of the shows in the future, we're going to see you walking around like this, and you just sort of.
Yeah.
The chafe,
Well,
the
you're a
chafe
great
is the
night,
problem.
right? Yeah.
The chafe
Yeah.
is
I think it depends what sort of underwear you
What
wear.
about dripping wet? Like,
That's exactly it. Yeah. Ice bucket as well. Straight on.
Yeah.
And you're gonna put your undies on. We'll do it
yeah.
one night until we'll report back.
Yes, we'll let you know how it
Yes,
goes.
Jax,
Yeah.
that was a terrible
Yeah,
idea.
yeah.
Fuck you guys, never coming back.
Well, we appreciate you guys being here. Thank you so much for taking the time. And also, just like a big shout out to everyone because we've done 2-3 videos,
Yeah.
I think. And just the
Yeah,
response has
we
always
have.
been so
Yeah.
good and so overwhelmingly positive. And it's so sick to see. So we're stoked to see you guys tonight in person, but also like keep up the content for the YouTube because your videos have always been amazing. Like obviously this is a new one for you guys, but they actually have been so really cool and interesting to watch and for us to react to. So
Sick.
That's
awesome.
rad.
Yep.
So thanks heaps, guys.
We
Had a
won't
great
skip
show
on the
tonight.
vids.
Thank
Thank
you.
you guys.
Thanks
for
Everyone,
having us.
go buy their shit. Support them. If you don't listen to them already, you suck. But you can be better. Thanks.
Thanks, guys.
Be better.